So guys, today we are going to be doing a full review of the version 10.2 2020.44.10.1, which was an update I received this morning, and I'm trying to get this video out tonight. So if you're watching this on a Saturday, then I did a good job. If you could do me a massive favor, guys, hit like, hit subscribe, do all those good juicy YouTube things for me. And as always, drop a comment below, say hello, salute into the comment sections below. So, yesterday I received an update to the car for the full self-driving. And today we've received another update. Today, I think it's probably just a patch from yesterday. So yesterday I drove all the way to London, to Southampton, somewhere down south anyway. And I did a 400-mile drive using the system, and it had a lot of problems with it. I've never seen it like it before. There was a lot of phantom braking, some severe slamming of brakes. So I'm guessing that's what the little update was again this morning. So now that's what we're going to test out. And there's one more thing I want to test out with this video. Is somebody commented in the last video that I did saying that the car will stop at red lights and go at red lights without having to use the foot for the accelerator. So I'm going to test that out too. So without further ado, we are now in full self-driving. It's going to stop for the traffic lights, so it's still working. And I've just pressed the accelerator to continue. This is a very tricky road. I don't think, I'm going to have to take over here, guys. No, wow. And I'm going to take over there. But that was quite impressive. We was well over halfway. So obviously full self-driving beta is out. That's why we purchased full self-driving. There you go. So there was a little brake slam there. So it's not patched that perfectly. But the first thing I want to test out is these red lights. So I'm going to try and find a red light to stop at, and hopefully we'll find out if it does go without accelerators. So we're green to go through there. So let's go find a traffic light to stop at and see if it accelerates on its own or if I have to press the accelerator. Let's go. So a lot of people, I had a couple comments on the last one, on the last video as well, the full self-driving video, of people saying the full self-driving beta and the Autopilot or the full self-driving system in the UK are the same thing. We're just restricted. I disagree. I don't think they're the same thing. They have the same hardware, but they're not running the same software. I'm not a computer guy, but I think that makes sense. I think. Someone comment below if that makes sense. They're using the same cameras and all that sort of stuff, but they're not using the same software. So it's like having a computer run on a different system or something. But it interprets the data differently. It interprets, it interprets data differently. It's doing different things. It's not just features. Whereas the difference between Autopilot, which is what I just had prior to purchasing full self-driving that we're on right now, the difference between Autopilot and full self-driving that I'm on, in my opinion, is features. I've not noticed anything differently about the way the system handles the data, bar new features. Everything else looks, feels, and yeah, it just feels exactly the same. The way it slows for corners, the way it accelerates, the way it avoids obstacles, all those kinds of things seem to be exactly the same. We are entering a very busy town with windy roads like this. Oh, watch the curb, guy. Look at this. I mean, it's doing it all. Slowed down for the crossing. It can see that there's a train ahead. It should slow down for the traffic, please, just a little bit more. Okay, so for me, the fact that it just handled that section was really cool, but it went a bit too fast. What do we think? Did it go a bit too fast around there? Was it safe? It felt a little bit unsafe to me. Anyway, let's let this train go past and let's see how it handles that over there, going over there. So as you can see, it thinks they're red lights. They kind of are. I guess. Okay, so we are now about to go over the train tracks. Car started by itself. Guys, the hands are near the wheel, obviously. I'm not doing anything. I'll let you know if I have to take over. I've pressed the accelerator, it's not going. Okay, it wouldn't, for some reason, wouldn't go over those lights. I'm gonna take over here. Right, let's give it to this section here. Stopping at traffic control, 500 feet. Look at this. Look at that side. I don't know what it's doing, but stopping for a T-junction. I've never seen that. Look, it's gonna stop here. Oh, wow. We're in the middle of the road a little bit, but it stopped at a junction based on, I think it must have been the GPS. That is so cool. And it's, oh, wow. Oh, it stops at the end of junctions. It just did that all itself. I didn't do anything then. Okay, so there is a new piece of information. The guy behind me must be so wound up right now. There's a new piece of information, guys. So now I'm in variable cruise control, which the system, when you're in variable cruise control, the system will still recognize obstacles and stuff. It just won't do the steering for you. So I'm out of it now because I just touched the brake. But so it was recognizing the junctions. So that's the first time I've seen that. Okay, so speed bumps, it still doesn't recognize speed bumps. Okay, look, we're stopping at a red light. Yes! Okay, so we stopped at a red light. So we've got a while to wait because these traffic lights take a while. But I will wait here whilst it's on green until it goes. I'll give it 5 seconds, right? Because someone behind me is gonna get so wound up. But I'll wait. So the car stops for junctions now, and it's recognizing what a UK junction is as well. It didn't do a very good job on the last one, but it's doing it based on the GPS, because I was so far away from that junction, and it was 500 foot away from it, and it had said it was stopping for it. So that is a brand new thing we just saw happen in light. Okay, so this light might be going green in a second, so you probably can't see the lights on the camera. So I will tell you. Okay, so I've got my hands on the wheel. It's still a red light. So as soon as this flow of traffic stops here, the oncoming traffic, I think it goes green. So I'm not going to touch the accelerator. Let's see if it does its job. I'm going to get ready to touch it. I'll tell you when I touch the accelerator, or if I have to touch the accelerator. So I think we're going green. So it's gone green. No. So it doesn't do it, guys. So so someone commented last time that it would do it. I've checked the settings as well. It doesn't do it. I didn't think it did it, to be honest. I think it's in the UK, it doesn't work still. I will go and check the settings one more time. I'm gonna pull over and check the settings just to see if it's me or the car. So I'm gonna pull over here. Let's dive into these settings quickly. I'm guessing the guy who commented was probably a US viewer. In the UK, at the very least, it even says there, you have to confirm to go for a green light. So you have to use the accelerator to confirm to go for a green light, which is great that I know this now, because I wanted to talk about this. Is the green light stop control feature, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Is it worth it? In my opinion, I always keep it on because, there we go. I always keep it on. We're in Autopilot now. Stopping at traffic control in 400 feet. So it's finding the ones all the way down there, which is quite cool. Stopping for the junction. Nope, it didn't stop for the junction. It's all right, it was free. So it says stopping for the junction in 400 feet. Now it's gone back to traffic lights, control. What does it want to do? Stop at a junction or traffic control? Anyway, my opinion on it is this. Is it worth having on this traffic light control system? Is it worth having on whilst you're using the full self-driving system in the UK? In my opinion, no. The reason for that is because it's just more hassle than it's worth. You will rarely stop at a red light without a car in front of you. Very, very rarely. So what is the point of having it on? for those 1 or 2 occasions it stops at a red light, probably I would say 5% of the time, which is 1 in 20, you're going to stop at a traffic light without a car in front of you. And then even then you have to use the accelerator to go. So in my opinion, it's not worth having on. I'm always going to keep it on. Obviously, I want to review the system as best as possible for you guys. So that's what I'll always do. But it's not worth having on. Like now, watch this. So it's going to slow down. So I have to tap it. It ruins the autonomy of it. If I didn't have the traffic light system on then, it would just go through it without having to use it. Without having to use the accelerator. So it makes it less autonomous, in my opinion. That's just the UK. Because you have to confirm it with the accelerator, it's not worth it. It's less autonomous, it's less full self-driving. It's more of a hindrance of a feature. And I'm glad that we tested it out today. It doesn't accelerate on green. You have to press the accelerator yourself. So there you go. So that is that one to bed. But we've just found out that this car now stops at junctions. So let's go find more junctions to see if this stops at the junctions. We've got some lovely windy roads coming up, so that's going to be fun. Oh, that cone was close. Stopping for traffic lights at 500 foot. So this, let's see if this was worth it. Slowing down, which lane's it going to pick? Pick the right lane. So the car would have stopped there anyway. There was a car in front. So as you can see, again, the system didn't really do much else for me. Like it wasn't really worthwhile doing. But let's have a look. So I have to tap accelerator. So even in that situation, the full self-driving, the full self-driving without the traffic light stop would have been better because it would have gone anyway. So stopping for a traffic light again. So the traffic light feature, if you're using a full self-driving and you're not doing it and you're trying to do it for the most comfortable ride possible, I wouldn't put the traffic control feature on right now, the traffic light control feature or whatever it is. I wouldn't put it on. It's not worth it right now. As soon as they allow automatic, look, watch this. So that car's going to go in front of me. I have to press accelerator to go. It doesn't always do that, to be fair, but that would, it will get annoying after a while. So here we go again, another traffic lights. And this is it in the UK. So it's going to slow down again. So tap on the accelerator. And I know it's not much effort, but it takes out the full self-driving element. So I'm going to go right here. Yeah, I mean, roads like this right now is not what full self-driving is designed for in the UK. It's just not ready for this kind of roads. And I think some people keep joking about, look how many cars there are. What's the rules of this road? Last time I was I made a video in the States, people were like, oh, you park on the pavement. People park on the pavement. Everyone's parked on the pavement. If people didn't park on the pavement, there'd be no room to get through. And this is every road in the UK. There's like some weird rules to it or something like that. And I see these memes going around on Twitter. It's like, how will full self-driving beta handle the UK? Good luck to the testers out there. Well, please let me be the tester. Let's see if it stops for this junction. No. Try and get into, so this is, coming up at the end of this road is the end of a junction. Oh, stopping for traffic control in front of you. Oh God, do I risk it and let it do it? Oh, there's a car coming anyway. Oh, thank you very much. Obviously didn't know we was recording a YouTube video, guys. It looks like, so that's the first junction I've tried. It looks like it recognizes them each time. This is a really easy one to test, so. I swear, people will think I'm a crazy driver. I've not managed to do it. There we go, we're in. Okay, stopping. It's stopping. It is stopping. So use accelerator stalk to continue. Okay, I can't see what's around that corner, so I'm not gonna do it. but I feel like they really are getting ready for city driving in the UK. So now they're taking in data for junction stops. So if you've got this activated, it will stop you at junctions. But where is that in Autopilot? Navigate on Autopilot, customize, enable at the start of the journey, traffic light and stop sign control. So I guess because we don't have stop signs in the UK, we stop at the end of a junction. Like you don't just go at the end of a junction, you stop at the end of a junction. So I guess a junction, the end of a junction like that, is probably our closest equivalent to a stop sign. We do get the odd stop sign, but very, very rarely. Like I'd have to drive a while to find a stop sign right now. But junctions are everywhere. So is this our equivalent to the US stop sign, the junction? If so, they're obviously trying to sort this system out. Right, I'm going to try it here and see what happens when I pull off as well. Yep, wasn't going to stop. Was not going to stop. Although it did at one point say it was going to, but it didn't want to stop. Okay, so let's go find another one. Let's just keep testing this out. Here's a lovely, beautiful junction. Let's do this. This is the one I'm excited for. This is it. Okay, we're in adaptive cruise control. We're in full autonomous. We're in full self-drive. Stopping for traffic control. 100 feet. Oh, I've got it. Come on. Ah! Didn't do it. It didn't do it. Didn't want to do it. Didn't want none of it. Didn't want none of the smoke. Like this, what does that even mean? Why is there two entrance and exits for the road? And is this a new now the road? And oh, on this street, people park on the pavement. Well, some of them do. Some people park on the road. Like these guys, they park on the road, but these guys park on the pavement. This guy hoses his road with water. You've got to watch out for him, full self-driving. It's just, there's no road markings pretty much down here. I really think full self-driving is going to have a situation to handle, hard situation to handle. And just about every road in the UK is curbed, which again, I think people are like, yeah, we've got curbs, and not the UK has a lot of curbed. Well, all the roading's curbed because it's so small. Everyone walks everywhere, so there's always sidewalks. That's not the case. I've been to the States. Like, it's not always the case that there's curbed roads, which again is like, well, why is that a problem for full self-driving? It's good that there's a definitive line, but curbing your rims, like, who's responsible for that? If you're in full self-driving and it's full self-driving, like they're claiming it to be, is like it can drive itself, who pays for the scratch rims? Tesla? Do you pay for them? Does the person who is using your robo-taxi pay for them? Who knows? Right. One of the steepest hills in the UK this is. Let's take full self-driving. I'm only in adaptive cruise control, but the steepest. Oh! Stopping for T-junction in 400 foot. Okay, so this will be cool. I would like to stay there, dude. So he's going to stay there. Give him a little wave. Slowing down a little bit too early. Again, I don't know if you can see that, but we're about... No, I'm going to have to go. We're about 20 foot. We're about 20 foot away from the end of the junction, so I didn't actually get where we were supposed to be going. Right, okay. So it's not super accurate, but I think it's recognizing the junctions through GPS because it's saying it's stopping for the junction way before we get to the junction. So the new feature in the UK, where it's stopping at junctions, is done through GPS. I'm going to turn left here. Okay. Oh God! Oh, that's knocked me a little bit. Luckily, there's no damage to the camera, although it did take a couple of times to turn back on. But let's get over it. It's just a camera. It is what it is. And let's see, adaptive cruise control, stopping for a junction. So hold on to that camera. Okay, slowing down. We're in full self-driving now as well. Oh, why did it do that? Did you see that? It decided to not slow down. So it was slowing down for the junction, and when it got to the junction, it sort of released its brakes and shut out a little bit. It didn't accelerate, but it released its brakes. Okay, so let's see if it goes around this car. So we're in full self-driving now. It thinks that car's parked there. If it is in the road, I'm going to accelerate a little bit. That's a no-go from me. Let's see if it stops. Didn't stop. Did not want to stop at all. Didn't recognise it as a junction. Okay, we've got another junction coming up here. See if we can get in. Okay, we're in full self-driving. No, not stopping. Okay, I'm just going to do this run one more time because there was a junction that it did stop at a second ago. It stopped at the end. It's good to go. Tap the accelerator. Wow! We're in full self-driving now, but that's really good. To be honest, I've already done that 6 times. The camera just didn't film it. So there you go, guys. It would have done it in full self-driving as well. If you are watching random B-roll of me right now and not my face or me driving from the day I shot this, it's because my camera is broken, and full self-driving did damage my camera and I didn't manage to finish this video off. If that is the case, thank you for watching. In my opinion, this new update is very, very, very buggy in the UK, but it is a first step forward for city autonomy in the UK, or city driving, as they like to call it, in the UK. I mean, I'm stopping at a traffic junction right now as we speak. I wish you could see this because I'm 20 foot away from the end of the junction, but that's no worry, they're trying. But yeah, it is a step forward. So the data that they get is going to be fantastic, and hopefully they'll start being able to develop a system that can actually work really well in the UK. That's if you're watching B-roll. If you're not watching B-roll, you won't be listening to this. So I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, as a review goes, it's very buggy. The system is recognizing most junctions. So it's recognizing most junctions. I'm pretty sure it's doing that through the GPS. But it's not that great. But it's a first step. And that's all we can ask for. First steps. Thank you, Elon. Thank you so much. If anyone gets a hold of this video and has some sort of, feels like they can sort of pass this information on to Tesla or something, I don't know how to report data like this to Tesla. It'd be really cool if I could start doing that. But yeah, I'd love to. We're stopping at the end of a junction now. Really good. It looks like it's going to do a good job this time. Yeah, we're at the end of the junction. Lovely. I've just managed to stick myself out by mistake. If there's any questions you guys want answering about this new system that I'm on, everything else seems to be as normal. Nothing else has come up. Lane changes last night were exactly the same. Again, like I say, a lot of phantom braking. Literally as I'm talking, there's a bit of phantom braking there. It just seems a bit more on edge, a bit more jumpy at cars parked near the side of the road, a bit more jumpy at pedestrians. It is what it is. It's a learning system. Possible. If you guys could do me a massive favor and help support the channel by sharing this on Twitter. I'm not super active on it, but I'm trying to get better, and I know that is where the Tesla community resides. You reside on Twitter, so do me a favor, guys, share me on Twitter, tag all the Tesla people, let them know that us UK guys are testing the system out as much as possible. We're training our cars over here too. with the standard full self-drive. Anyway, thank you for watching. As always, you have been wonderful. If you're thinking about buying a Tesla, there's a link in the description. It gets you 1,000 free supercharger miles. It gets me 1,000 free supercharger miles, and you've probably heard that many times before, but I do appreciate the support. Salute in the comment section. If you made it this far, I wonder what Neve, the editor, has put over the clips. I don't know what is going to be the clip right now, but whatever it is, I hope you enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Peace.